They were created by accident. They were kept a secret. They were trained for battle.
Booyakasha!
And now, when their city is under siege, the fate of humanity is in the hands of these four turtles. When evil threatens our universe, these four brothers are destined to save the world.
Okay, who's next?
Hello, toy enthusiasts, friends, associates, and those new to Tough Nerd Toys TV. I'm Danae Shigeki, and welcome to another episode of Tough Nerd Toys Busted Open. And today's episode featuring Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Playmates. Now, first off, let's clarify this for all people who are fans of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. Nickelodeon did not create it. And of course, you know, everybody knows that, but just clarifying that, putting it out there so that everybody will know, because you have some individuals who aren't fans of the original Eastman and Laird, who originally created the Ninja Turtles back when the book was black and white. Not to get off subject or anything, but back when the book was black and white, they were the ones who created Ninja Turtles. After that, it was just licensed out to everyone. Now, we see here that there's another rendition of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not upset with them. I actually like the figure. I like the sculpts. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the basic, what I call the core figures of the series as of right now. And of course, it's the four turtles, Master Splinter, and Krang. So, you know what we're going to do first? First, let's look at the blister package on it. Raphael, right here, comes in a very nice blister package, as you can see. And what I'm really finding exciting about this new collection of Ninja Turtles is the fact that not only do they come with bios like the classics did, but they come with, I mean, a plethora, a gallimaufry of weapons. You can never really run out of them. And this time they're silver, or what they quote unquote would call silver. They have battle damage. If you look at Raphael real good, he has battle damage. You have Leonardo, which is always one of my favorites. And it's not just because he's like, you know, the iconic leader or anything like that. I just always liked Leonardo. I would always like, when I would play with my Ninja Turtles, I would put him, make him go on adventures by himself or whatever. And of course, they come with a nice bio on the back. And the listing of the other figures to come real soon. No, these are the ones that are available now, if I'm not correct. And you know what? I'm not really digging this April O'Neil because she reminds me of Mulan for some reason. But I'm still going to scoop her up just to have the whole collection in tow. Michelangelo, looking good. The nunchucks. Now, when I went to Toy Fair, they actually had Michelangelo with his chains. There were chains in between his nunchaku, but I guess they changed it up, and of course, the CGI work that they come in here, and what I like too, the packaging is not wasteful. It's just enough, it's not just over extravagant and just blows you out the water and everything, or make you feel like you have to go through a whole lot to get to the figure. You can tell it's just enough, which is good. And Donatello, he's another one of my cult favorite. I for some reason, I've always loved Donatello by himself. He and Leonardo were my best figures. I would love to always play with. And these foot soldiers look absolutely awesome. I'll be reviewing those soon too. Krang. I don't mind the bodies. And mind you, these figures are 4.5 inches in height. So, they're pretty much can be played with other figures and stuff like that. Especially with your 6-inch line, I guess. Because you got to take into consideration Ninja Turtles aren't supposed to be like tall or whatever the case may be. And last but not least, we got Master Splinter. Now, I actually love the way this Splinter looks. Because he looks, I don't know, although he looks like a rat, he looks like I don't know, like some prestigious type of upper echelon mutant. I even like the way they have him on the back right here. And they also tell you their group affiliation. Okay, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna bust these babies open for you. Tough Nerd Toy style. And yes, to show you that I mean business and that I do open my action figures. I open my action figures up. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I may buy doubles, but if I do purchase doubles, it's just to make sure, like, if I lose this one, I won't be out of an action figure. But I don't believe in just keeping them housed up on the wall. But to each his own. To each his own. Me, myself, I just love to pose them, look at them, so on and so forth. But enough of my old man banter. Here you go. I'm going to bust it open. Let's start with Leonardo. That's Leonardo. Raphael. Raphael. Donatello. Donatello. Michelangelo. Michelangelo. Krang. Krang. Kind of small. But no biggie. It's supposed to be an endoskeleton anyway. Like, you know, like the brains are supposed to sit inside the skeleton of like the robots. And from what I'm understanding, from what I've read in minor articles of it, that the race of Krangs, like that Krang derives from, they're supposed to be hiding like these exoskeletons and stuff like that. So, which is pretty cool. And they're also holding to the original, like they're definitely holding to the comics in certain aspects, especially with Hamato Yoshi and so-called with the story with Rokusaki and all of them. It's good. It's good. I'm just not fond of the CGI and Splinter. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, let's check out my man Leonardo. Seems like he comes with a weapons rack, not just it's just crazy. I mean, like, this really brings back a certain nostalgia with me, because I remember as a child, or as a, yeah, I was very young at the time, but not that young, but I was young at the time, and I remember they would give you so much stuff and like so many different weapons when you purchased the action figure. It was just so much, like you ended up losing them, or like my brothers and sisters used to just take them. Okay, there's Leonardo. There's Krang. You know what? This Krang is really looking kind of, I don't know what to say about it. I'll feel different later on. Okay, now that we've opened all of them, okay, we're going to do a process of elimination here. I'm going to show you each figure in comparison to its predecessors, such as, like, you know, I would say, like, there's a couple of turtles I've collected throughout the years, because I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan. Very big Ninja Turtle fan. Alright, so here we go. we have Leonardo here, right? Now, mind you, I actually like him a lot. I like him. I like him. I like him. I really, I really like how they pretty much gave homage to the classic Ninja Turtle feet, even though the classic Ninja Turtle feet didn't have 3 toes. These have 3 toes, but they give them the nice bulky look. They give them the nice bulky look and everything. He's a nice figure, very nice figure. And the joints are pretty steady. The joints are pretty steady. You know, I'm not disappointed in them. Joints are pretty steady. Has a vinyl, but you can tell. I would say like throughout time they're going to get loose. And I would say these have at least like well over. I would say well over 13 points of articulation at least. You got your wrist joints, your shoulder joints, your elbow and knee, and then they actually get like this little swivel down along here. The head is fully rotatable and everything. It's good. It's a good figure. Okay? And what gets me, what I really love is the fact that it comes with a weapons rack. Shurikens, long sword, everything. I mean, it's just great. Okay? And again, that's Leonardo right there. Alright, next one we're going to do is Michelangelo. Michelangelo comes with a number of, how can I say? Michelangelo is Michelangelo. See? And again, they're 4.5, so you gotta take into consideration they're not going to be that big. But they're not bad at all. I'm definitely enjoying them. I definitely love like the knee pads that they have on them. And I mean, like, you know, it's just good. I'm really digging them. Really digging them. I like the way their hands are wrapped up and everything. And again, Michelangelo comes with a nice rack, weapons rack, full of shurikens and I forgot I think this is called a kama, if I'm not mistaken. Boomerang stars and stuff like that. Next one is my boy Donatello, the Thinker. And again, I like the sculpts on these. I like the sculpts. I don't think I'm just used to the Ninja Turtles being so small, but I definitely love the sculpts. The sculpts are a one to behold. And they're fully articulate. I mean, like, they're very posable. Very posable. You can even do, like, jump kicks and stuff with them. But see, you see what I'm talking about? It has a possibility of becoming loose after a while. And that's with any action figure. If you're thinking of purchasing these for your children, you'll definitely get a lot of playtime out of them. I wouldn't say they're as sturdy as the ones I grew up with, like in the late 80s, but they're playtime. They have good playtime. I also like the battle damage that they have on them, like, you know, little scrapes and scuffs on the bag. And I love the fact that they left their eyes white versus them being like the, what do you call it? Like with the pupils in them. Me, myself, I'm a comic fan, so I love to see like my heroes when they put on a mask, like the eyes just be white or whatever. It just adds more intensity to the character. Crane. Now Crane, I'm kind of torn between Crane. He's made of some vinyl, like, and this right here, I wouldn't suggest for small children because of the simple fact that, I mean, it's, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. But it'll definitely get some playtime from me. It looks like this opens up in the back, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to try it just yet. He's very fragile. He's very fragile. I guess, you know, because he's a skeleton, but he's definitely fragile. I wouldn't say like this would be like the first choice to get your kids as one of the villains or whatever the case may be. Just get them all the heroes right now until they come out with more villains, because they are coming out with more. And you got to see the vehicles that they have for, like the vehicles and places that they have for these toys are outstanding. And he did not come with any accessories. Krang just came with 2 guns and that's it. Now this right here, Splinter is very impressive. And even though I've always had Splinter, I never really kept him in the fray of like playing with him with my other action figures. This one is very nice. Very nice. And he comes with a tail that you can pop on the back. And I left the tail off so that you guys can see me lift up his skirt and pop his tail on. Let's pop his tail on real quick. There we go. Easiest rat tail ever. And he comes with like some energy cane, it looks like, or energy staff, or I don't know what this is called. It's not bad. I actually like this. I actually really, really, really like this this Splinter. I love the way it looks with the little, like, how could I call it? Not even, it's not a goatee, but like the extended beard and this kind of like an Asian. I like it. I just like him. He will get playtime from me. Usually I used to like, I would have Splinter, but I would keep him like to the side or something like that. And no, this was Donatello's weapon rack. Pardon me. I meant to show you this one. Now, last but not least, right? Even though Raphael is not one of my favorite turtles, he happens to. I just love the fact, and if you guys see how I have his hand, you'll know exactly what I'm about to say. You see how his size, how I was able to put his size in between like his fingers? So like he was twirling them, whatever the case may be. Not to mention, I like the crack in his shell right here. You know, he just looks tough. He looks real tough. I'm not disappointed with these figures at all. I actually like them. I really like them. I'm going to do a review on the classics line so that you guys can just see, like, you know, just see how the classics are that they did. Now, I want to show you something in comparison to the, I would say, like, what I call, like, the predecessor Turtles. This was the fast forward line. This was a CGI one that I did not like at all, but I'm a Turtle fan, so I got it anyway. And of course, this I put in the realm of the classic right here. Alright. I'll zoom in for you so you can see it. Now again, in comparison to like the older Turtles that they've had out, and you know, I have other Turtles that you know, that I could put in comparison with them, but that's what it is basically right there. Like I just wanted to show everybody like what they look like in comparison. And whether you know it or not, I did enjoy this line right here. A lot of people didn't. It was one of those lines that just came out and it went right back in real quick. It was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fast forward line, and it didn't last that long. The cartoon was a little bit way out there, and I don't know. If anything, they should have just made that into like a episode, maybe a few episodes, but they tried to make a whole series out of it, and it pretty much like put the nail in the coffin for like that Ninja Turtles line, if you ask me. Now, let's do a side-by-side comparison with other figures as well. And after this, I guess I'll let you guys go. We're gonna take. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison with He-Man. As you can see, He-Man towers over him. Who else? I would say like a Marvel Legend, I guess. We'll do a Marvel Legend. As you can see, you know, he's not that big of a guy. Like I said, they're 4.5 inches. Oh, yeah. How could I forget this? I definitely had to do this right here. Put him next to a NECA TMNT. Now, I must admit, NECA by far did a very good job with Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which were, this is how the original Turtles looked. This right here. Yeah, they look a little gnarly or whatever, but that's how the original Turtles look. Versus the ones you, like a lot of people grew up to love, like, you know, the pizza eating ones. The Turtles I grew up with, reading about and stuff like that, they were violent. It was a good book. And if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, Shredder got killed within like the first few issues. And they would like attack people. They would fight each other. Not like just go out and attack people, but like they would attack criminals and kill them, everything like that. Yeah. But as I said before, next review I'll be doing, it'll basically be on like the, what do you call that? The vehicles, the play sets and accessories that they have for this. Because you know what? I'm actually going to purchase the vehicles because they look very well. They're very well. I mean, it just brings back a nostalgia in terms of when I used to buy a toy and it would have like a big play set to go along with it. They're doing a real good thing with this. Playmates, if they stay on the right track, they can really extend this series, or like they can get at least 3 to 4 years out of it if they do it correctly. What I'm hoping for is that they bring back Rocksteady and Bebop, but we'll talk about that on another episode. But we all know the reason why Rocksteady and Bebop has not showed up in a very, very long time. So I guess that's it for today. And please rate, comment, and subscribe. And visit us at www.toughnerdtoys.com. And check out our other video reviews that we have on video games, toys, all just random stuff, you know, stuff in the realm of entertainment and enjoyment. And also too, I play video games, and if you ever want to play a game with me, my gamer tag is Toughnerdtoys. Just look for me on Xbox Live, and PlayStation is Toughnerdtoys as well. Again, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, and take it easy. Thanks for watching.
Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.